we talked about starting the halves well, Scotland came out the blocks hot.
Gee, they came out firing, didn't they? I mean, the way they sort of lead into that sort of second half, particularly off the back end of that first half when the All Blacks scored. But to apply pressure, I mean, not ideal when you're playing with 14 men for 30-odd minutes of the game.
I can only imagine what those Scottish players are going to be thinking in the changing room after this game, because the All Blacks presented them with the opportunity to beat them, because all the momentum with Scotland's in the second half, the ill discipline from the All Blacks, all the things you know that are going to hurt you in a test match, the All Blacks gave those opportunities to Scotland. I have to say that I think they might have blown it. Scotland have blown their opportunity to beat the All Blacks, and they may not get a better chance, than what they had tonight. That relief, I would say, from that All Black group right now, because we only have just done enough to win that test match.
I was going to ask, is the word relief that the All Blacks are feeling right now? Because, like you say, they handed them opportunities, Scotland. They just made some decisions that obviously weren't the right ones at the time.
Well, you can't get momentum if you've got 14 men on the field, and that was the issue for the All Blacks. Discipline early on, and they were valid sort of yellow cards. You can't get yourself back in the game. It just Scotland came out of the half. They started well, and then they just grew another arm and a leg. But they did. They missed an opportunity to beat the All Blacks today, and it took that. It took a Damian McKenzie 50-22, and then a try for us to get us back into the game and wrestle that momentum back.
Where did Scotland lose it in your mind, Jeff? Because, like I said, the opportunities that they didn't take, but what were their weaknesses in tonight's game?
Finishing.
Yeah.
2 times held up over the line, then a try lost forward on the line in the corner. You lose those opportunities, you miss those chances, you've missed the chance to beat the All Blacks. And for Scotland, their history, it could have changed tonight. It could be different for the rest of the time. It's not. It's just another test match that has gone. And now that's probably the last 4 where they've been right there and they haven't found a way. They haven't had that magic moment. They haven't had that one play that will turn their tide against the All Blacks. It's just unfortunate the nature of sport sometimes. And the All Blacks, like I say, will be very, very relieved.
I'm personally very relieved that we have Damian McKenzie in our team. Very, very relieved. And he, of course, is player of the match. Let's hear from him now.
Damien, I think your shirt almost says it all. Congratulations. What a test match of rugby that was. Can you talk me through the intensity and the pace from a player's perspective on there?
Yeah, it was a tough old test, never easy coming over to Edinburgh playing the Scottish team. Boys started well, and then out in the second half they just come out and they're on top of us for the majority of that second half. And as a team, we knew we just had to be patient. Once we got opportunities, nail them, play the right areas of the field, and just really proud of how we finished off. And not an easy test at all.
Yeah, what were the thoughts in that third quarter? You led 17-0 at half-time. Scotland came back rampant in that third quarter. How did you steady the ship there?
Yeah, just be patient. Discipline was keeping the Scotland team down our end of the half, myself included, and we just knew once we had the opportunity to hold the ball, play in the right areas of the field, put it in front of our forwards, and then some great set piece from our forwards at the end there, and nice to top it off with a try. I'm
not going to lie, you broke some Scottish hearts with that worldy finish right at the end there. Talk me through how on earth you managed to get that ball down.
Yeah, just a bit of luck, I guess. The atmosphere and the city all week's been amazing. Obviously, a lot of Kiwi supporters over here, so we really appreciate you for coming out. Scotland fans as well. It's awesome to play in front of, and really proud of the effort tonight.
Well done. Huge congratulations. You're the Quilter Player of the Match.
Thank you very much.
Just certainly got in behind it, and they had heart-in-your-mouth stuff actually at points there. But Damian McKenzie, you see him all taped up. He was bleeding from his chin, his eye, his forehead. He was all over the shop, but he was all over the field, literally and figuratively, actually, at the end of the night. But he did a great job to see him get player of the match. What did you like so much about his performance tonight?
Well, that last bit with his kick, that's experience and composure. And then the ability to finish. He had no right to get over that try line, but he showed determination and the ability to be able to, again, it comes back to that sort of experience, but to get yourself down the other end of the park, particularly when you've come off the bench, you understand your role, and that's all it took. It took us a moment of brilliance from Damian McKenzie, and then again, this kick, outstanding.
You want players who want the moment, and Damian McKenzie is one of those players. He gets himself involved in the game. He is prepared to play when he gets his hands on the ball, or whether or not he's got the ball looking for space to kick. He's looking to make something happen. He's not watching the game play in and around him. Even on that support line from Leicester Whanganuku, you see how quickly he bounced himself back out to that position so he could get his hands on the ball, and then that willingness to go, you know what, I've got to stay in the fight here. I've got to do whatever it takes to get across the line. The desperation, the competitiveness, he's the sort of character you want in an All Black jersey.
But the one thing I love about that 50-22, because you're right, he loves those moments, and there could have easily been a time where you would have thought, hey, keep the ball in hand and I'll have a go. He looked up, he's seen there was an opportunity in the backfield, he had to nail that kick in between two players, and man, did he nail it. And that's the maturity I've sort of just seen today through Damian McKenzie and his ability to be able to recognise that and sort of stay patient, stay in the fight.
I want to talk about maturity and staying patient, staying in the fight. Cam Roigard played a full 80, I think, this morning. You said you wanted to see big things from him. He was the player you needed today. Did you get what you needed from Cam Roigard?
Absolutely. I think you're getting that every test match from him. There'll be some little things he'd probably like to do a little bit better, maybe some of his clearest kicks when the All Blacks were under pressure from the line, maybe get a little bit more distance. But the fact you see how important he clearly is to the All Blacks and how they trust him. I actually like the fact that we haven't just got into that system, well, he'll play 60. If he can go 70, 75, 80, and he's still looking fresh and can still impact the game, there's no issue with that. But in regards to the way we've managed the game, even the last decision, Mills, to turn down the 3 to go for a try, you know, I would have been expecting the All Blacks to take the 3 and back their defence. Yeah. They felt they needed more, and we got more. But like, there's a lot of things the All Blacks will look at this game and go, at 17-0, how did we almost lose this test match?
There's a lot of questions there. There's a lot of questions. We're going to hear from Cam Roigard in just a little bit. First, let's hear from Ardie Savea.
Ardie, again, what an incredible match that was. Just how on earth did you guys come through that, given 3 yellow cards in there as well?
Yeah, you know, we're very happy that we got the win, but probably lucky as well. Accuracy, you know, put us under pressure, and we're just glad to get away with the win. And Scotland's a quality side, and you know, they came back and put us under immense pressure.
What was it like, from a player's perspective, in that second half to try and keep your nerves in the last 10, 12 minutes there?
Yeah, I think as a leader, you either, you know, get shocked and get on the back foot, or you just stay composed and you just go moment to moment and try and win moments. And you know, it was back and forth, and you know, eventually got there in the end. So you know, I'm proud of the men to I guess absorb their wave, but yeah, really good to come away with the win.
How much does it mean to keep that record intact, the All Blacks never having lost to Scotland?
Yeah, you know, our goal was to come here and get a win, and it's a special milestone, you know, against Scotland, and obviously 100-year jubilee here, so it's very special to be here and share this occasion with the people.
In terms of the level of performance, were you happy with that?
In rugby, they say you're never happy, you're never satisfied. So there's parts of our game that, you know, we did really well, and there's parts that, you know, we probably let ourselves down, including myself, with just accuracy. So, you know, we'll enjoy tonight and then get back on the horse tomorrow.
Well, congratulations, well done.
Cheers, thank you, Marlo.
Sione, I can see from your face just how bitterly disappointed and gutted the whole team are, to be perfectly honest. So close yet so far. Can you just describe what that 80 minutes of very fast rugby was like?
Yeah, hard to put my finger on now. I suppose I'm just so disappointed for the boys and all the Scottish fans that came out here to watch us today. We wanted to put a performance out there that we could be proud of, but we really wanted to win for everyone in the stadium, and we didn't get that today, and that's a tough pill to swallow for me and the group, and we've got to stick together. We've still got 2 more games left this autumn, but right now it's tough to take.
Does it feel like a missed opportunity, given you went 17-0 at half-time, came back so well, the attack was there, but couldn't quite get over the line?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought when we evened up the game, there was probably a period there of 10 minutes where we went into this little bit of a kick battle, and it's tough because we've got to manage the game as well. There's a lot of moving parts and all of that, but we had them under pressure with the way we were moving the ball and attacking them and forcing errors and penalties and yellow cards and stuff like that. I'll have to go back and look at the tape, but yeah, it feels to me like at that point when we were at 17, all the game was there to be won, but we didn't get it done today.